Okay, I think that you are already seeing my whiteboard in Sketchbook. So if you don't know Sketchbook, Sketchbook, as the name states, it's a platform where you can draw in general. Okay, you can draw everything you want in here. If you use a digital table or an iPad, of course that it would be easier, but I can guarantee you that with your trackpad from your computer, you can also do like whatever you want. Just going to draw rapidly a face, but I'm not going to talk about drawing in this module. I'm just going to present something that you can do here um, that are not really related with drawing, are more related with things that you can use for collages, for example, or just addition of images as well. Okay. Um, okay, so let's start. First things, you have all these windows, these little windows. You can just close them. This is one of the most important windows, and here you have the layers. Something that you see when you look to this board is that is pretty clean. Like it's completely different from all applications from Adobe and even Canva. It's really simple and clean. Everything that you have here. And Najee is just coming, so I'm just going to accept her. So you have here this window, and here you have the layers. This is the background. Right now the background is white, but you can just move it by pressing this thing, hide layer. And of course, when you export a project, and when you export this image, it's going to be completely transparent, the background. Okay, but for now, we can keep this. For adding layers, you can just press this button. Okay, and here you have the second layer. If you, for example, I'm going to do something here in other color, for example, this one. If you do this, for example, and then you want to move the layer, you can just press this button and then move it. And you can see that now it's under the face. Okay. Also, something that you can do is hide, show, and also if you press the button and don't take your finger from the tracking pad, you have these options, and then you can just with the other finger choose some option that you have here. You can add layer, delete layer, rename layer, merge the layer with the one that is behind it. This is merge all, this is merge with the below, lock, hide, and also duplicate layer. Okay, these are all the options that you have. Here are just some colors. Color of the label, it's not really important. It's more that if you had a lot of layers, this would be useful, but not in this case. Okay, I'm just going to delete this one and keep going. This is the most important things about this window here. Then we have, and this one I usually don't close. I don't close it because it's pretty important. Then we have this window of colors. Sketchbook is really easy to install, and everyone can install this without paying a thing. It also doesn't occupy much space on your laptops, so I really advise you to at least try this software. Of course, that if you don't like it, just uninstall it, but at least try it. It's really easy to work with, and yeah, it works in every single computer. It doesn't matter the brand that you have or those things about computers and softwares and so on. Okay, keep going. This is about the colors. Okay, it's obvious. You can just choose whatever color you want. You also have the RGB code. This is nice. If you had, for example, there RGB code for, imagine the logo of some session, or if you had a palette but you only had the code, you can just come here and choose whatever you want. And this is something that in some programs you don't find that easily. It's nice. And you can also choose other codes or the languages for colors. You can also, for example, I can present this option here, which is like the tools that you can choose. If you choose, for example, this one, I'm still drawing circles. Okay, this is just drawing lines. For example, if I draw a line here and you want to, okay, for example, I am with this color. If I want to come back to this color, I can just do this and done. Okay. I think that this tool also exists on Paint, so probably you already know this. Okay, moving on. When you select a window, for example, I selected this one, I now deselected, it will appear, disappear, etc. The same thing with this drawing tools. For example, I pressed this button, which is like drawing a straight line. If I stop pressing it, I will just lose this this tool. However, for example, if I press this one, I'll have the squares. This one, this is also pretty nice. It's different from Paint and from other softwares as well. Here you start drawing the circles from the center. Okay, for example, if I want the center to be here on this point, I just press it and the center will be there. Okay, this doesn't matter what I do next, but the center will just be there. Okay. And for example, here with the squares, it's the same thing, but with one of the vertices or the corners. Okay. Here it's just a way of drawing something without vertices. It's pretty smooth. It's like a curve with without vertices. I can do this, for example, and it will automatically adjust the line. And of course, the adjustment rate can be selected here from 1 to 5. For example, I'm going to choose 1. If I do this, it's more or less like this. If I do 5, it's this. Okay, it's more smooth. Okay, this one. Just going to show you the difference. It's more or less a way of following the line. Okay, you see what is going on in here, okay? It's a way of following the line some steps forward. You see where my mouse is? It's like if I had a rope or something and I'm just pushing it, okay? Instead of pressing it the exact point when I'm drawing, I'm just some meters away, let's say. Here, this is a tool that I love really this tool, and you can use this if you are developing projects or if you are working with something that has margins, and if you want to keep things aligned, as we talked about, you can use this one. So this is a mirror, but as it is a mirror, if you draw something in this space, for example, this is the mirror, okay, and here you can move the mirror. If you draw something here, it will appear on the other side of the mirror. Okay, I'm just going to deselect this thing, and okay, I'm doing some shapes, but imagine that you wanted to that you had a drawing. I'm going to show you something. Open. I mean, it's not open, sorry. It's add. I'm going to add an image. I'm going to create another layer. Add image. Pictures. For example, random. For example, this one. This one is nice. Okay, imagine that we had, oh, and here you have, I can explain this tool as well. Here you have some options that you can use when you are working with something that was selected. You see that this picture is selected. It has a rectangle, like selecting it. You can move it by pressing this thing here, okay? Just move it without transforming it. Here you can zoom in or zoom out. Okay, if I go down, I zoom out. If I go up, I zoom in. And here you have the option of rotating it. Okay. Okay, it's pretty much it. Okay, and as I was telling you, here we have the mirror. So imagine that I wanted for some reason to draw some guidelines. I can choose this option. Imagine this option here, which is the straight line, and draw something here. And it will automatically appear on the other side. Now in black because it's more clear. Okay, but you can also rotate this mirror. If you don't want this vertical one, you can choose this one, and you can choose both at the same time. But yeah, I'm going to tell you something more about that soon. So if you wanted to do this one, you can do exactly the same thing. Okay, something like this. You can use both. So for example, if I draw something, it will appear everywhere according with the mirror that I'm using. And you also have this one. Okay, you can do really whatever you want. More things. Oh, also about the mirror. With this tool selected, if you do this, for example, if I'm drawing and then I just pass this margin, this rule here, I'm not drawing anymore. I'm drawing, and then I'm not drawing anymore. But if I select again, I'll just keep drawing, okay? This is everything about the mirrors. Here you can just choose how much how many mirrors you want to use if you selected this one specifically. Okay, let's move to another layer. This one is to do as it says, perspective guides. This is more complex. I'm not going to talk about this one because it is used for drawing specifically. If you wanted to, for example, if you are an architect or something, or if you are studying something like that, you can use this for drawing because it's really useful. For example, I'm just going to move this here. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about this one, but like you can see the drawings here on these options, and I think that you can understand that this is related with perspectives and so on, and this with fish mode. So, this one is also really not that important. It's just a way of drawing with this shape, this specific shape. You can also choose other shapes. Really not that important. This is not that important as well. This is a rule. So you can, if you wanted, for example, when I was drawing those lines, if I wanted to draw them pretty straight without using this tool here, I can just go here and then choose the angle that I want. I'm not sure. I don't think you are seeing this thing down there. Okay, so now you see. Okay, you are seeing this rectangle here in blue, and I can just choose the angle that I want, and also the coordinates of the fixed point, which is this one. And then I can, for example, I can have my mouse here, and if I do a straight line, it's going to be done above the rule. While I'm keeping this fixed point, and then I can draw this. For example, here I can rotate, here I can move it, and here I can just deselect it. Okay, and this is everything about the rule. Here you have a text option. You have a lot of fonts. All the fonts that you have, you can do posters here. You can do whatever you want here because you have all these options, all these typefaces as well, sizes, and you also see here what you wrote. For example, I'm seeing here the name Nadia. So Nadia, for example. Bold or whatever. Here you can see just a presentation of the font, and that's here. And you have this option as well, so you can move it, you can amplify it or not, you can just rotate it, etc. Here it's the crop option. Nothing really exceptional about this. The selection one, you can select in rectangle shape, circular shape, or elliptical one to be more precise. And others, I'm just going to talk about this one in a moment because it's the magic end. And then you have here all these options as well. I'm going to talk about it as well soon. And this is just to draw a polygon, and this is the filling option. This is the basic one. For example, if I wanted to fill this space with this color, I could just do this, of course. But if I wanted a gradient, I can do this. This is the color of my center, and I can move it wherever I want. For example, here. And if I want other color, I can choose other color. For example, this one. this is the middle one. I can also choose where it's happening, let's say, and also the color. Let's do something different. And then this one. Okay, this is just a pretty simple example of these gradients. Oops. Okay, but you also have this one. This is the circular one, but you also have this one, which does this. And this is nice because at least I don't know any other software that does this thing so well, so smoothly, and with all these options of going around and choosing the color specifically, choosing the point where the gradient is happening, and so on. Okay, now I'm just going to show you how you can make collages and so on, and also use these tools that I haven't mentioned yet. So imagine that I had some images. Just going to add some more images that I took. Okay, for example, now if you want to move something, you can use this one. You press this one. I am on the layer of this image, so if I press this one, I'm going to move this image specifically. And I want this statue to be above this image, so I'm going to move it to this place here. Oops. Okay, and now remember that we have these tools. If I choose the rubber and if I start erasing this, I'm going to be erasing this layer, but not the layer under it. So I'm going to have this effect. Again, I'm doing this with actively the mouse of the computer. Of course, that you would have more precision if you were doing this with a digital table or a tablet or iPad or something. But it's pretty easy to do this on the computer, really. You can also amplify if you want, and you can go here, choose the size, and also the radius. Oh, it's basically the Monte raised. If you want it to be more transparent, you can. In this case, I don't. And you can just keep doing this. And of course, now you see that you can do a lot of really nice collages with this app. At least every time I make collages, it doesn't matter if it is for Instagram or for some projects, whatever, or even drawings for my laboratory courses in university. I drew all my drawings of for laboratories in this app. Yeah, and you could just do this for some more time and you'd have a really nice effect, as you can imagine, I guess. You can also use this tool, the magic hands, to select a specific space with the same color. And then by pressing delete, you will like erase it. For example, if you don't want to use the rubber, this is also nice. And it's really precise. Like if the color is all the same, it will work, as you can see. And now I could move a little bit more. It's not working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this, but yeah, you understood the idea, I'm sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it about this software. It's pretty simple and easy to learn. You have here another way of choosing some options. For example, if you wanted to pick a color and I don't have here the palette of colors, you can just come here and then select which one you want. It's more simple. Or you can just go here, as I told you, and you have all the options. You have here the brushes. You can choose again. You press it, and then you just choose an option with the other finger or other hand. And you have a lot of them. Like I can go here to show you some of them. Okay. This is the brush library, and you have all these things. For example, these patterns, different patterns. I'm going to choose a different size so that you can see it more clear. Okay, you can see it more or less. Or this one. It's pretty nice for some effects. For example, if you wanted to complement something that you did on Canva or on other software, you can just come here and add these final details, and it will become completely different from any other project. You have here really a lot of options, and I'm just showing you some of them. You can also download some from the internet. You have also advanced options like roundness, spacing. Spacing is like, for example, if you had a straight line, if you choose this one, and then you press spacing. Color. Okay, you see that it's spaced. Okay, so I'm just drawing points, but if I don't use this space, I'm going to have a straight line. You have other things in here, but these are the most important ones, and you with these basic things you can already do a lot of things, really. And yeah, it's pretty much it. You can install this, as I told you in some minutes ago, from the internet. It's free. It works in all computers. It doesn't occupy a lot of space, which is also something that you won't find in other programs. So if you want to try it, just do that. It's completely different. I've never seen anyone using this, I think, in EYP project, but I think that it would be really nice to use for example, for doing posters or collages, or just editing images in general. So yeah, if you have some doubts or something about this, you can also come to me. I'll try to teach you whatever I know about this as well.